Hi everyone, Pastor Kate here, and whether you are a friend of Westminster's who knows me or someone who I don't know, I'm so glad that you're here and spending the next couple of minutes with me in our time together today. And I hope that that this video finds you safe and in the cool breeze air, and I hope that you're finding somewhere that you can stay cool in this hot summer day. I have been spending the last couple of weeks buying all kinds of new children's books because I think it's so important to hear voices and see pictures of kids who look all kinds of different ways in our world today. And I also wanted to read this book to you today because I believe that each of you have something very important to say to this world. And you might not know it yet, and you might not know exactly what you want to say, but maybe this book might help you figure that out today. So this book is called Say Something, and it's by Peter H. Reynolds. My favorite part is on the back. It says, "The world needs your voice." Your voice? Yeah, yours. Let's read. The world needs your voice. Mine? Yes, yours. Go ahead. It doesn't need to be perfect, as long as it's from your heart. I love that. You don't have to be loud. No. Powerful words sometimes can be a whisper. You can say something in so many ways. With words, with action, with your creativity, maybe with your paintings or something like that. If you see someone lonely, say something by just being there for them. If you see an empty canvas, look at, that's an empty canvas there. Say something with your brush. I know you guys are good painters and artists, so I bet you guys could do that. If you see an empty lot, say something by planting a seed and watching it bloom. Look, he took something very boring and bland and kind of ugly and turning it into something beautiful. That's how he said something that day. If you see someone being hurt, say something by being brave. He said, "Hey, stop." That can be scary to do that. If you see something beautiful, say something with a poem. See, this little boy saw a bunch of flowers, and so he wrote a poem saying, "Painted meadows splashed with rainbows." Maybe the flowers looked like a rainbow to him, huh? I love this page. If you have a brilliant idea, you guys have so many brilliant ideas, say something with confidence. Then she said, "Eureka!" Have you ever heard someone say that? People say that when they figure out something that they've been working on for a long time, especially scientists. They would say, "Eureka!" Sometimes, when you think of things and you've been working on it, you just can't figure it out, and then all of a sudden it's like, it's in your brain somehow, and you say, "Eureka!" If you want to show the world who you are, say something with style. Ta-da! The clothes that we wear say something about who we are. And so we should be thoughtful about what we wear. If I had to guess this girl, what she's trying to say with what she's wearing, she would say that she likes bright colors, maybe. And she has a peace sign on her shirt, so maybe that means she stands for peace. And she has little buttons on her shirt that say "push through." So she's probably a pretty positive person, I would guess. If you are angry, say something to help people understand. So see, she's feeling angry. Looks like she's being left out by two of her friends. So she said, "You made me feel invisible, and that really hurt." And he said, "I'm really sorry." And he looks actually really sorry. Looks very, we say that might be genuine, which means he really feels it in his heart. You can see he has his hand on his heart. So he feels it really comes from his heart. Maybe he didn't realize it. Or maybe he did, but he didn't think about how his actions would make her feel. I'm so glad they talked it out. If you see an injustice, do you know what injustice means? Justice means when something is happening that shouldn't be happening. Do you know what that is? Have you ever seen anything like that? Well, if you see one, say something peacefully. See, this man has a sign. You might have been seeing a lot of people with different signs in the news recently. And his sign says, "No more hurting people." That's definitely an injustice when we hurt one another. And it says peace on his sign. And when you do that, it inspires others to do the same. I love all their signs. It says peace in lots of different languages. It has some symbols of peace. There's the actual peace symbol, but then there's also a dove with a branch, an olive branch in his beak. And that's a symbol for peace of the church. That's how you say peace in India. I love this one. This one says peace in American Sign Language, which is a language for our friends who maybe can't hear or can't speak easily or at all. And so they use their hands to communicate. Have you ever seen someone like that? So this one is showing us how to say peace. P-E-A-C-E. How cool is that? Do you know any other sign language? I love that. Sometimes you'll say something and no one will be listening. But keep saying what is in your heart, and you will find someone who will listen to you. Keep saying it, and you may be surprised to find the whole world listening. If you are grateful for being alive, quietly say something to the stars and to the universe. Some people find it easier to say something than other people. All these people look like they can say things pretty easily. They're saying, "I hope, I believe, join us, I wish, together we can." This little boy says, "I am ready to change the world." This little boy is saying, "I imagine." So some people might find it easier to say something than others. But everyone, no matter who you are, has something to say. So, when you're ready, say something. Your voice can inspire and heal and transform. Your voice can change the world. So are you ready to say something? I know you might be thinking, I'm just a little kid. No one really listens to little kids. But here's the thing. I hope you know more than anyone that I am listening to you. And I would love to hear from you. Your parents have my phone number. You could call me anytime. I love to hear your stories and your brilliant ideas. And I think that you are going to change the world. You all are so special to me and to God. And I want to tell you a story of a little girl who changed the world even though she thought no one was listening to her. Her name is Greta Thunberg. You may have heard of her before. She's 17 now, but she started talking about something that she was passionate about when she was much, much younger, like 8 or 9, maybe your age. And then when she was 13, she sat outside her nation's capital with a sign all by herself. And she asked the Capitol building and everyone who was walking by to think about how we are treating the earth and how we're not treating it well. We are not taking care of the earth like we're supposed to. And how we're being bad to it every day. And that's not good. And it started with just her, all by herself. And she probably thought that she was like that little boy in the story, that no one was listening. But then people started to listen. More and more people started to listen. And somehow, all of a sudden, the whole world was listening to her. Just a little girl who had something to say and was brave enough to say it. And so I want you to think this week, if you had a special microphone like Greta somehow did, that the whole world could listen to what you said, what would you say? I would say, just love each other. I think that's what I would say. What would you say? I'd love to hear it. You could email me, or you could call me, or you could text me, or you could message me, whichever way you could. Or you could send a bird with a message, right? I'd love to hear from you. I think what you have to say is so important. And I can't wait till we're together again, so I can listen to all of your stories and your eureka, brilliant ideas. Well, it's time to go, but I can't wait to see you next time. And I hope that this week is a week that's full of fun and adventure, and that you are safe and inside somewhere where you feel safe, and that you are able to get a little bit of cool air or a breeze on this hot summer day. Well, we'll see you around. Bye now.